Welcome. Thank you for lending an ear to the Voice of the Times for Friday, April 15, 2022. For today's editorial, Philippine Red Cross, beacon of humanitarianism and volunteerism. For 75 years, the Philippine Red Cross has been at the forefront of providing relief, rehabilitation, rescue, welfare services, and other forms of intervention to those in need, especially during disasters and emergencies. The PRC had its inaugural ceremony on April 15, 1947, less than a month after President Manuel Rojas signed Republic Act 95, enshrining the Philippine Red Cross or PRC charter. But it was during the Philippine Revolution that the organization developed its roots and became part of the country's historical heritage. At the urging of Apolinario Mabini, the Malolos Republic approved the Constitution of the National Association of the Red Cross on February 17, 1899. Hilaria del Rosario de Aguinaldo was appointed as the first head of the association. The following year, Felipe Agoncillo, representing the Philippine Revolutionary Government, met with Gustave Moynier, the president of the International Committee of the Red Cross, to seek recognition for the Filipino Red Cross Society as an ICRC member. That recognition, however, would be long in coming. After the United States took over the Philippines at the close of the 19th century, the American Red Cross or ARC opened a Philippine chapter in 1917. In 1934, President Manuel L. Quezon established an independent Philippine Red Cross. Still, it eluded ICRC recognition because the Philippines was officially U.S. territory. During the Second World War, the Japanese set up a Philippine Red Cross mainly to care for interned Americans. It was replaced with another Red Cross organization following the liberation of Manila in 1945. Dr. J. Horacio Yanzon was appointed the first Filipino Red Cross manager in December 1946. Only after President Rojas signed the Philippine Red Cross Charter on March 22, 1947, did the ICRC finally welcome the PRC into its fold. Since then, the Philippine Red Cross has evolved as it strives to carry out its mission of humanitarian service more effectively. From an organization that focused on blood collection and donation and in providing relief for disaster victims, the Philippine Red Cross has shifted to a holistic approach that includes preventive medicine, therapeutic counseling, and youth leadership. Today, the PRC's major services embody the fundamental principles of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement: humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. Republic Act 10072, or the Philippine Red Cross Act, affirms the country's conformity with the Geneva Conventions of 1949 and their additional protocols, and the statutes of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, as well as the PRC's roles as a voluntary, independent, and autonomous non-governmental society auxiliary to the authorities of the Republic of the Philippines in the humanitarian field. RA 10072 also changed the organization's name from Philippine National Red Cross to Philippine Red Cross. The PRC's services were put to a severe test as the coronavirus pandemic swept the country in 2020. The organization took the front lines in the fight against COVID-19, conducting testing and setting up isolation facilities, emergency field hospitals, and medical tents to help the government handle the surge of patients. Soon, it added vaccinations to its arsenal of services. "We are at war against COVID," proclaimed Senator Richard Gordon, the PRC's chairman and CEO. "It is our duty and responsibility to be a part of the solution in beating the invincible enemy." Toward the end of 2021, the Philippine Red Cross had conducted almost 5 million RT-PCR tests through its 14 molecular laboratories vaccinated 600,000 individuals, served 4,400 patients in 6 isolation facilities, and 57,000 individuals in its 111 medical tents in 62 hospitals, and distributed 110,000 hot meals through 28 food trucks. But the organization is far from finished. Its hygiene awareness sessions in communities vulnerable to epidemics have reached over 1.5 million people. Partnering with the United Nations Children's Fund or UNICEF, it has distributed cleaning kits for health facilities and quarantine areas across Metro Manila. The list of its accomplishments is long and impressive, but for the PRC, coming to the aid of people in distress is a never-ending job. Today, as the Philippine Red Cross celebrates its diamond anniversary, it continues to be a beacon of humanitarianism and volunteerism in the country. And that's the editorial for Friday, April 15, 2022. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print. Subscribe to its digital edition or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And listen to the Voice of the Times.